In retrospect, when we went to Alabama Barker's house, since that's what we were talking about, and the clip will probably rejoin right at this moment.
Yes, sir.
In my mind, when I showed up with you guys, it was going to be like a cool thing on the stream because it was like, oh, we got all these gangsters on camera and we got people like Brick and X4 who look kind of crazy. Thought that would be like good, entertaining content. Now, it turns out you can't smoke in the house. So they were mostly in the backyard sitting by the pool. Because
she's trying to Black Boy Max you? Or
when they can't smoke, that's kind of like the end of whatever we might have going on. It's one thing I realized. But now I didn't encourage it. I should have said, yo, let's get all up in the shop more. Let's dominate this content.
We did that for like 10 minutes.
A little bit,
when you were on stream,
right.
We were there. And then we popped in and out.
But then it was weird too because like then 310 Baby's performing a bunch of songs and we don't want to be dick riding and being all up in the shot while he's doing his thing. And you know, it was kind of.
Was there like how many viewers did she have?
I don't.
Like 10,000 at one point, maybe. I think
it was like 11, 12.
I think she had 15,000 when Travis was on there playing drums.
Yeah.
And then maybe at one point when we were there, I looked at it and I saw like 5,000. So it was a little all over the place. Twitch is probably like promoting it, you know?
Yeah.
The front page.
But then it's also, you got to think, all right, we right there, but the age gap is like, okay, we right there. And then they was like kind of twerking a little. They was doing little things that it was like, all right, we going to get them the camera for a second, go in there and fuck around. That's little sis. We got to treat her like little sis. That's why we bought the Mac Lord.
Exactly. Yeah, because like when Alabama Barker's twerking, I'm kind of like noticing and then having to be like, I'm gonna like kind of look over here. It's like I don't really want this to be like the optics of me staring at her, shaking her tail feather.
But X4 is within like a similar age range.
Exactly, and that's why I wanted to bring him because I felt, knowing what I know of her, I felt like him and her might have had a little bit of chemistry, and it kind of worked. They've been talking.
I was juicing them up the whole way there. I'm like, look, we need you to play point guard. This is you right here. You know what I'm saying? You got it.
I felt like I'm gonna put little homie in the position.
Yeah.
We'll see if he can rise to the occasion. Now I don't know what the occasion is because you know who knows if they'll ever hang out again. But
a good friendship is even cool.
They seem like they're kicking up because she's a hip hop head.
I was gonna say she knew who he was, obviously, right?
I mean,
she said it on stream.
She definitely knew, and I don't know what kind of politics she's mixed up in, but allegedly she got hit up while we're on stream by somebody saying, hey, what's he doing there? He beefs with BPS. Why he on your stream?
100%, nigga. I could beef with them 105%.
I don't know who she knows.
Dead on me.
But I thought that was fucking hilarious.
PSMG.
You can make some pretty educated guesses.
Murder gang.
I don't know. But either way, I thought that was the funniest shit. Now, anyway, okay. We're all hanging out. We're in the backyard. I see two cops at the front door. Immediately, I'm not a fucking super familiar with the cops guy out here, but I thought it right away. Like, these are not cops. And when I heard them saying that they were trying to arrest somebody for taking off their ankle monitor, for felony ankle monitor removal, that's what the cops were saying. Immediately, I'm like, what? Like, this is fake. For sure, this is fake because I know a lot of people who have like removed their ankle monitor and like what happens? Like they get you like the next day.
They be tripping though.
They're not tracking you down to the party that you're at in the middle of a Saturday night.
But you were on stream and somebody called Johnny Law and you for removing your ankle monitor.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. And I knew right away that it was bullshit. And I'm like, so I go in and I'm filming the cops.
I say, you're not acting like you bailed out. You already said it was a spoof.
Yes.
Online? All right. Well, now, because I had a
everybody at home, I just want you to know that you're paying closer attention than Break Baby right now.
They would have already had the arrest report.
No, I'm saying is online. You said it.
Yeah, and right now.
I hear you saying it right now, but I'm thinking like you're giving up the joke right now. Sorry for interrupting you. Go ahead.
Okay. And so I walk in and I start filming the cops right away, and I'm laughing at them because I can tell it's fake at this point.
Yeah.
And it's like, right away, I thought it was fake because it's like the energy the cops were giving off was just like, they're just kind of like looking at everybody. Normally when you deal with cops, they're not surveying the scene so much. They're kind of like more they have a purpose that they're moving with. These cops just were not.
Yeah, they're not making people get the fuck out there. Well, like
Yeah.
everybody step back.
Yes.
We're looking for somebody
They're
right
old.
now.
They're like white dudes in their like 50s or
60s.
60s. I'm
Yeah.
like, this doesn't feel
They
right.
didn't look like Magic Mike type strippers or anything.
Not that either, but okay. So
And it was the same exact officer from the Drewski show. I didn't want to tell you
I believe
that.
it. I didn't want to air that out. Yeah, but I hadn't like seen them before. But once I realized 100% that these guys were actors and that this is what they do all the time. By the
Yeah.
way, Lush, what the fuck is this?
Check this out.
Is this an E420 product?
It is an E420.
Wow.
Matter of fact, I just I enjoy drinking my bong water. So
Wow. That is disgusting.
What is going on, bro?
That's like the bottle that my
Delicious.
kid drinks out of every day.
it's a sippy cup.
But it's different. It looks like a sippy cup, yeah.
Does it not get the water?
No,
dirty?
it doesn't get the water. It's like two
Okay,
separate.
good.
things.
So okay, as I'm kind of talking in the cats' faces and I'm filming them and I'm laughing at everything that's coming out of their mouth, they basically decide that they're going to arrest me. Now, have you ever been arrested? You could probably tell that this was not like a real arrest. Like it just felt obvious that they're not handling me in the way that they would handle an actual person who's being arrested. But they throw me on the ground very gently, really, and they put the cuffs on me. And now I'm 100% sure it's fake because, well, I was already pretty much 100% sure. But like the cuffs, I could feel that there was another pair of cuffs holding the cuffs. It was like two pairs put together.
Yeah, so you wouldn't be
Yeah, because it's very painful to be
Yeah.
cuffed. It's like it's way
Yeah.
too
Yeah.
tight and stuff. It hurts your wrists real bad. And then they pick me up and they bring me to the cop car. Now it's even more obvious because the cop car, the back seat is just a regular seat. It's not like plastic and shit. Every time I ever been arrested, it's like all hard and shit in the back, And then they spin around the block real quick.
They got the cushion one sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I've never been in a cop car this
In
comfortable.
them type of neighborhoods, they
Yeah,
got the
for sure.
cushion
They
ones.
come with cushion.
I don't know. Either way, they then they circle the block and bring it right back, and they're telling me like, bro, Alabama fell for it. Like she fucking
But
completely.
she was shook.
I mean, they said that she believed that I actually got arrested. I don't know if they're telling me the truth or not.
No.
Either way,
Maybe when she first came through you came through the door, but she called him on you.
yeah. Oh, because then
So-
I'm in the garage with the production team because I figured it would be more hard hitting if I just waited a little bit, and then she actually came into the garage and was like, Adam, you don't want to come back in? I'm like, oh, okay. Like everybody's in on the joke now. They
Okay.
told me, they're like, oh, this clip's going to go so viral. Haven't seen it anywhere.
Look, so
Didn't even see it.
It was on You Ain't Hard Food.
Wait.
Really?
Yeah.
segue real quick. When you we were in the back because we thought it was real. We didn't see. Then I seen it was the same cop from Drewski. So I'm like, man, they playing. But X4 had just removed his ankle. Not removed it, but just got it off. And I'm like, the real people on parole is back here.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we looking. And I'm like, man, should I get up out of here?
Yeah, well, this is not what I'm talking about. This is the clip that Brick filmed.
Yeah.
Show this on the screen.
Oh,
This
you
is
mean
pretty
that-
funny, but I'm talking about like the stream clip.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Hold on, look it.
I did not.
Why is it not playing? What's this?
Long story short, while
It's
we
not
waiting,
playing. Whatever.
the dude
Oh, here it
that
is.
you
Hold
said
on.
the baby mama.
Okay, here we go.
They take Adam to jail.
I was shoving my head out the window. You can't even see it that good here, but free Adam. Do you hear the girl screaming in the background?
So there was a tussle that Adam wasn't aware of because my homeboys did not know exactly if they were faking. The dude that X4 came with. So he came in, and when they were putting you to the ground, the reason why they didn't gently put you to the ground, you didn't feel him grab you and get up under you and push you up and lower you to the ground.
I was face down on the ground.
He lowered you to the ground,
Mm.
moved you to the side. The other skinny officer picked him up, threw him to the side, squared off because had him by his collar. And the dude like, I'm about to use my gun. You better stop playing. That's when I'm like, what? Like, cause I knew it was a prank at that point. So I get up, I'm like, what, nigga? You better nigga, keep on doing your job.
Mm.
Like you should have came here strong
Wait, one of
enough
the
to keep
fake
up.
cops is
The
literally-
cops not fake. They're retired LAPD.
Were they really?
Yeah.
They told me they were actors. They have like a whole group, like a fake cop. Like if you Google like fake cops in LA, I'm pretty sure you can find it like right away.
But they
I
but they
thought
were
that
really
they were retired officers.
it could
Maybe.
be, both could be true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he
Both could be
like,
true.
I'm about to use my gun. And
No,
when he
that's
said
weird.
that, I'm like on a dead homie. What'd you say, cuz? And he looked up. He's like trying to tell me to tell him it's a prank. But I'm like, nigga, now you finna keep on getting roughed up by the homie. Nigga, he had a scratch on his forehead and all that, the police officer. He was rough. I was like, you might want to take him out with you. He'll get you shot by the police if they fuck with you.
So anyway,
That's funny. as
I
hell.
just
we finished this fake arrest thing, and at that point, we're all just kind of hanging out, right? I get a text message from Bhad Bhabie. Not a text message. I want to be completely accurate about this because my character is being called into question, which on a week like this is really hard for me to imagine. But I get an Instagram DM. It's from Bhad Bhabie. I'm actually going to go to my DM so that I can be 100% accurate in what I'm describing right here. But Bhad Bhabie, who, by the way, I have not been around Bhad Bhabie in real life since the last time you guys saw me do a podcast with her in like 2018. Now, I did hit her up a couple months ago because she's been going viral for all this beefing and everything. I hit her up basically trying to get her on the podcast, and she sounded like she was open to it. But then, you know, typical Adam shit, I just like haven't really been staying on top of it. But she hits me up while we're there, and she sends me a link. This is Saturday at 9:47 p.m. She sends me a link to her new diss song about Alabama that she dropped while this was going on. While this stream was going on, she dropped another diss song about her. Bhad Bhabie just says, "Can't believe you." I go, ha, 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 ha. She responds, "Why she won't fight me? Curious face. She said in her song she could beat my ass. So why can't she do it in real life?" I said, "I don't know. Don't blame me. LOL. She said, "Tell her, let's meet tonight and we can fight it out." She said, "If I caught outside, it would be free me," because that is a bar on her diss track. "So come on, catch me." This conversation with Bhad Bhabie is happening in my DMs. Alabama is nearby. I say to her, "Look at this." And I show her.
Oh, now I get why.
Because I'm thinking, this is funny. You're going to find this funny. Because what? You think I just like am giving her the address and then deleted it out of my Instagram thing and I'm showing, I'm going to show you this conversation with the address removed? I'm not giving out the fucking address. Why would I do that? Okay, number one.
And this is why she shut down the stream too, you know? I mean, shut us out the stream.
Wait, seriously? They shut it down?
Go ahead. Not shut down the stream, but that's why they were like,
why they kicked us out. We'll get to that. We will get to that.
Go ahead.
Anyway, so
I'm learning new shit now.
As a hip hop podcaster, I have had every opportunity over and over and over
to drop a low,
to drop lows, set people up, whatever. People don't even ask me to do this because it's just so obviously not something that benefits me in any way or something that I want to take part in. If you're a low dropper in the rap world, this is very, very serious, like way more serious than whatever kind of shit that they're wrapped up in.
Besides you giving me Wax house address, but go ahead.
That has never happened. You're lying.
Especially once
he's going to kill you. We will get to that.
Once you get to a higher echelon of like society and stuff, like
and
I went to jail for a BB gun. Go ahead.
Alabama. This was my first time like meeting her or like seeing her in the last like 6 years. I think I met her one time at Travis's house, but not somebody that I want anything bad to happen to. And I don't have any particular like reason why I would be going out of my way to help out Bhad Bhabie, right? Like I haven't had a podcast with her in 6 years. We don't talk. Like we recently exchanged like a couple of messages, but for the most part, we don't talk. Absolutely. Even before I went to this thing, one of the guy who invited me to it told me, "Just please don't ask about Bhad Bhabie when you're on stream. We just don't want to talk about that stuff." I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. Absolutely, I would never do something like that, like drop the location.
But you did talk about Bhad Bhabie on stream.
Not on stream. On the side of the stream where nobody could see it.
That's not on stream.
I showed Alabama, and then her manager or whatever says to me like, "Yo, Adam, like you didn't give out the address, did you?" I'm like, "No, why would I give out the fucking address?" Whatever. And so then I start like feeling like weird vibes and shit from the people that are like managing this whole thing. I go in the back, I'm talking to them, whatever, and then they make an announcement. And at this point, the walk is really, coursing through my veins, so I'm feeling extra chilled out. And but the manager chick comes over and says, "Hey guys, we're about to do this with Travis and Courtney. They're about to come back, so we want to clear the set or whatever." And I'm like so chilled out at this point that I'm just kind of like, oh, whatever.
Already was about to leave though.
It's like 11 p.m. It's like a good time for us to dip anyway. We've been there for like 2 hours or some shit. And so at that point, I'm like, okay, we'll take off, sure. And then the only reason I even thought about it is because Britt goes, for show that didn't happen. Like for sure they're lying. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, because I was talking to Bama as I was walking out. She like, somebody got she got the address here. Like, I'm not fighting her. If I go out there, it's gonna be like, she got real scared. And she was talking to me, and then I'm like, oh, we the only ones leaving. I'm like, oh,
yeah, makes sense.
I'm like, oh, she thinks that we dropped the load. Like in my head, I'm like, this is bullshit. That's what I'm like, for sure. That's
there's also kind of the question of like, you have multiple security guards there. Why do you even give a fuck if she has the address? It would be kind of awkward.
Who
for
the
you.
Fuck is Bad Baby?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. She's not gonna pull up with a switch and shoot up the fucking building, right? Like, what
feet on land.
Like, what is so worrisome about this? I don't really understand. Whatever, but
thread her like, I got a bag. I got gangbangers in LA that'll do shit to you. You know what I mean? She probably
that crossed my mind. Yeah, she probably was like saying she's gonna pull up with somebody who's gonna do something or whatever. But either way, I did not give out the address, at all.